In today's conversation, we start off talking about brides.
Why do we compromise ourselves as women? Why don't you start saying, firstly, I'm finding my dress. Then my dress will speak to the baby.
It will speak to the flowers.
And then it will speak to the flowers. And then it will trickle down. Do you understand what I'm saying?
We talk about patience, and then we talk about property.
How did you fix your finances after this point? So you bought this property. Did you live in it? Did you rent it out?
I lived in it.
How did you go from 4 credit cards to properties?
One of the favorite things that I found from this conversation was the idea of being in financial rehab.
It's like rehab. It's finance rehab.
Very true.
I can still say I'm still in that finance rehab.
Wow.
Because my money relationship was not the greatest from growing up.
Today's guest, Tumi Maku, is a bridal coach. She has been in the bridal industry for more than 13 years and has a bridal gown business of her own. She's evolved from corporate to investing in property, finding love that gave her accountability, and now lives a beautiful life, and she tells us how she's able to actually afford it. Hope that you enjoy this conversation. Remember that if you want more, go to www.clubshears.com where you can find more resources on this conversation and more.
The after party, for you guys who don't know, is the show or the segment that Kopano and I do after the show of the main episode. So we'll have a guest. What we do then is just as soon as the guest leaves the door, then we scurry back to our computer onto the camera, and we like talk about our first thoughts about what the interview was.
We're basically gossiping about the person after they leave.
Yes.
Okay, so how did you enjoy that episode?
It was a lot. I'm still going through all the points that she was talking about. Money rehab, properties while she was in corporate, that she had different money mentors. The story just kept on unfolding and unfolding. I'm excited. I love it.
I think the part that got me, and I think maybe it's the missing link, especially because I mean she deals with like single people and relationships, right? Is the transition between the financial conversation that you have with your potential partner. Because we don't actually know, like when you start dating, this guy's a baller, if he is, or if he isn't, when do you start? Because I met my guy, he was broke. I knew he was.
You knew.
I knew he was broke.
It wasn't a secret.
But the thing is, right? I say that, but like I didn't know how broke. Like I was like, wow.
This is the situation.
You're like, no,
broke.
Like broke, right? And that was fine because we were young, but like thinking if that had to happen, like well into, you know, like if you're 28 or 30,
We're gonna get serious now.
and you're getting into a relationship with a guy who's got like 500 in his bank account, like that's or debt, right? Even worse than being broke is having debt. So it's like the financial conversation, when do you have that with your partner? And I think that's such an important thing that she touched on as a service that she provides to people, just to like navigate that conversation. Because it's like, I mean, if the guy's earning, you know, especially for her, I suppose, because she met her partner seems like a little bit later on in her life, is that like you're both earning money. You could potentially, as life goes, be earning double or triple the person that you are vibing with.
Yes, yeah.
And, you know, to be like, okay, babes, let's see your payslip.
So when you even pull out the payslip, so look, what her conversation about meeting her now husband and then having those conversations about money, that contrast between this guy's driving a Taz but this guy's like financially secure.
Yeah.
On the other hand, she was in debt, driving a convertible.
Yes.
And looking like she's living the soft life.
Yeah.
That conversation was something he brought up, and I think it's one of the dangerous things that we do in relationships, which is wait for the other person to talk about it. It's like I'm not going to say anything until he says something first. But we need to learn how to just ask.
Be like, babe,
it's going to become
how
a
much
problem.
do you earn?
Yes, let's talk about this money thing. So how are you doing, like financially?
But then also, is the money conversation a deal breaker? Because for her, it seemed like it wasn't, right? For him, it wasn't a deal breaker, because you could meet someone and you're earning 40,000 and he's earning 13,000, and you're just like, so listen.
So what are we gonna do?
The way my life works is that I can't attach myself to a 13,000 guy. It's true. It happens.
It does happen, but you judge the person. Is he the type of person who's going to fix it or not? No, it's the truth.
I'm judging you by your payslip. No, I'm not judging you by your payslip.
It's true. It's literally a thing of, so are you happy with 13,000 rand? Like, is that what we're doing? You know, because there are people who are on a 13,000 rand paycheck but have saved a lot of money.
That's true.
They live way below their means, and they know how to make that 13,000 rand.
There's nothing wrong with earning 13,000 rand.
Very true. We're just trying to
contrast the capacity.
Okay. Yeah. But there are people who live a 50,000 rand on a 13,000 rand paycheck. That's when the problem starts. There are people who earn 10,000 rand and are saving so much cash. They have 100,000 rand in their bank accounts. And you would never guess that because he drives a Taz or he drives a beat up. But do you see what I mean? So it depends on the person, the character of the person that you are with. If they are going to be honest with you about money, then you take it from there.
I actually know someone who married someone that when they were trying to buy a house, then jiggy the guy doesn't qualify because he's got like debt. And they hadn't had that conversation.
And that's where when she has the conversation with the brides, that's when you now have to find out, are they skeletons? Weddings are going to start exposing skeletons.
Also, I didn't know weddings cost that much, guy. Wedding dress?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
No ways. I'm sure my wedding dress costed like 2,000 rand. Certain.
A good 26, 36.
Not me, not in this lifetime.
You can rent for 15.
Not in this lifetime.
Yeah.
Guys.
One day. Yes. But that's why you have to talk about your
people should let me know. Like, let us know in the comments below. No. Wedding dress.
Yes.
Palpitations.
Per head, you're paying this much. Then there's like your wedding dress and everything else that comes around it.
That I know. Weddings are hella expensive. I said this before, and I say it because it's funny, but like I had a budget. And that embarrassed my parents. And so they're like, I am very grateful, eternally grateful that my parents were like,
the realities of a wedding, when you come down to it, you're just like, actually, this is how much it costs. And I get it why she has the conversation up front. You're going to be fitting on dresses, drinking champagne, and then when it comes to the bill, you're just like...
And then your husband earns 13,000.
And your dress costs double. So if you earn whatever you're earning, you can make your life work with whatever you're earning. It depends on your habits. It depends on what it is that you're doing with your money. If you're going to go further, it's all up to you. So
it's true. It's true. It is that social media life, right? It's the people have this, so therefore I should have this.
Yeah.
I think that's a trap that maybe Tumi was also speaking about, like where she was the corporate girlie, and I'm certain that while she was the corporate girlie, her friends were also corporate girlies, right? And even among friends, we're not really having we're like, but Kopano bought a car, like we earn the same amount, like I should be also.
What people do, what she was talking about, recycling debt.
Yes.
I've got 4 credit cards. At this one, my salary goes into this one, and then it dips into this one, and then it supplements this one, and then it supplements this one, and then by the time it gets to the 4th, then I can start spending on myself.
Yeah.
Because now you've paid, you're thinking you're replenishing. You're constantly replenishing into your credit cards.
And then if you lose your job,
that's where now the poo hits the fan.
Oh no.
There's so many gems from this conversation.
Too
the
many.
recycling the debt. When she spoke about that mentor, like Guy, we need to find Guy.
Guy, are you single?
We need to find Guy. Where are you? Like, we all need you, Guy.
We need a guy though.
Everybody needs
a guy.
But also everybody needs a person like Tumi's husband, who was a friend. You know, they always say marry your friend.
Yes.
So who was a friend who was accountable.
Yeah.
Like she kept her accountable, was that voice. I wish I even had that voice saying, don't do that. And he was there for that.
Oh, that's my normal voice. I'm just like, I can't afford to spend this. Like, Nyaki, we know how much you earn. You can afford this.
That's the internal conversation.
I have that. I am my own accountability partner. My thing is I need to spend a little bit. It's good for the economy, apparently.
And Tumi does that.
Yes.
Tumi does spend. She knows where she spends, which
That's
makes
good.
life more fun.
Yes.
Because some people will be like, I'm not gonna short this myself in Joburg. When I live here, I'm gonna just live all the time. And she's just like, no, I'll go spend here because that's where I like spending. And then you have enough to spend there, and you can live your life within the boundaries that you've set.
Yeah, because I also think I will probably talk about this like in later conversations, but like the look about like saving and investing and thinking about your future is that you almost have to like live on what's like peanuts or something. You almost have to like squirm and like live like a pauper until you get to this like whatever. But it's good to see that she actually does do the things that she loves within reason, obviously. Because I mean, I would imagine that, you know, old Tumi would probably be living in Venice
Right now.
instead of
Wonderful.
Cape Town.
I don't know how but
so husband like brought her down to the level. So yeah, I think that's cool. Okay, it was a good conversation.
It was a very good conversation. I'm excited to have more.
Okay, so let us know what you guys think. If
Yeah.
you want to have more conversations like this.
Let us know in the comment section down below who would you like to see and what would you like to know. And especially from this conversation that we had with Tumi, what were your favorite parts?
Yeah,
And if you have more questions for her, she might be a returning guest, a frequent flyer.
definitely.
Until
Okay,
next-
bye.
Bye.